Very good morning to all of you. I am Dr. Jayanand Swami C. Indima, working as the Assistant Professor of Commerce in Government Degree College, Badgi of Dharwad district of Karnataka state. Today, I am going to speak about the topic calculation of cost of capital. Calculation of cost of capital for different sources of finance. Already I have made a video about how the cost of debt is to be calculated, which is already uploaded to the YouTube. In this particular session, I am going to discuss about how the cost of preference share capital and how the cost of equity share capital is to be computed with the question paper problems of Karnataka University Dharwad of BCom 4th semester of a financial management subject. So let us discuss about the cost of preference share capital. So before going to see about how the cost of preference share capital is to be computed, let us discuss about the meaning of cost of preference share capital. As all of us know that on the preference share capital, the firm pays the fixed rate of dividend. So meaning clearly says that fixed rate of dividend payable on the preference share capital is called as cost of preference share capital. The meaning is very simple. On the preference share, the company pays the fixed rate of dividend. So therefore, the fixed rate of dividend that is paying by the company on the preference share capital is called as cost of preference share capital. And point to be noted here is that payment of dividend on the preference share capital is not a legal binding to the company. It means if the company does not earn the profit in a particular year, in that year the company does not make the payment. It means it is generally paid whenever the company makes sufficient profit. So therefore, it is not as a interest on the debenture. See, in the case of interest of debenture, the company has to pay the interest on the debenture irrespective of the company makes the loss or company incurs the loss or company makes the profit. But here in case of preference share capital, if the company makes the profit, it pays the dividend at which it is given the assurance to the shareholders, that is preference shareholders. So therefore we say that it is not a legal binding to the company, but it will be paid in the profit of the coming years of the organization. Now let us see about calculation of cost of preference share capital. Here cost of preference share capital is calculated with a formula Kp equals to D divided by Np, where D equals to dividend, Np equals to net proceeds, and Kp equals to cost of preference share capital. And here point to be noted that this particular formula, that is Kp equals to D divided by Np, is the same formula is to be used for all the three cases. Means even when the preference share issued at par, issued at discount, issued at premium, the same formula is to be used. So let us see. Here I have taken the Karnataka University BCom 4th semester Financial Management question paper of 2017 academic year. The question is, RS Company Limited issued 20,000 10% preference shares of rupees 100 each. Means RS Company issued 20,000 shares. The rate of dividend is 10%. Each share is 100 rupees. The cost of issue, that is brokerage cost, is 2%. Find out the cost of preference share capital if shares issued at par, issued at premium 10%, issued at discount 5%. Here I have used issued at discount 5% in red color. It implies that it is not there in the question paper. I have added this, that is issued at discount 5%, so that students can understand very easily about how the cost of preference share is calculated even when the preference shares are issued at a discount. Now let us see about how the cost of preference share is to be calculated in case of when the preference shares issued at par. So let me make a full screen so that we can have the pointer. Right. So let us see about how the cost of preference share is to be calculated when the preference share issued at par. So formula is cost of preference share equals to dividend divided by net proceeds. So dividend. So here 20,000 shares of ₹100 each. So therefore dividend is to be calculated as face value of the share into the rate of dividend. So 20,000 shares of 100 each, we get 20 lakh, 10%, that is 10%. So therefore 10% on this particular 20 lakh, the dividend becomes 2 lakh. Dividend becomes 2 lakh. Now let us see about how the net proceeds is to be calculated. Net proceed equals to face value minus brokerage cost at 2%. Face value is 20 lakh, which we have calculated here, minus brokerage cost. Brokerage cost is 2%. So 2% on 20 lakh. So therefore 20 lakh into 2 divided by 100. Now we get this 20 lakh is here. The 2% on 20 lakh is 40,000. Now 20 lakh minus 40,000 is 19 lakh 60,000 is the net proceeds. Now cost of preference share equals to dividend, which we have calculated here, that is 2 lakh. Okay, here, and net proceeds is this one, 19 lakh 60,000. So therefore 2 lakh divided by 19 lakh 60,000, the answer is 0.1020. If we multiply it by 100, we get the 10.20%. Means the cost of preference share when the preference share issued at par is 10 rupees, that is 10.20%. Means for every 100 rupees of preference share capital, the firm has to bear the cost of 10 rupees 20 paise. Now let us go for when the preference share issued at a premium of 10%. So here also the formula is same. Dividend is 2 lakh, that is 10% on 20 lakh is 2 lakh. Now net proceeds. So here the shares are issued at a premium. So therefore net proceeds equals to face value plus premium 10% minus brokerage cost 2%. Face value is 20 lakh. Premium 10% means 10% on this 20 lakh. Next brokerage cost is 2%. Now this 20 lakh remains the same here. 10% on 20 lakh becomes 2 lakh. Next here brokerage cost. One of the very important point to be remembered here is that this particular brokerage cost is to be calculated on face value plus premium. Face value is 20 lakh. Next premium is this 2 lakh. So 20 lakh, 2 lakh, it becomes 22 lakh. On 22 lakh, 2% brokerage cost to be calculated, which comes to around exactly 44,000. So therefore this 22 lakh minus 44,000, it becomes 21 lakh 56,000. So therefore cost of preference share equals to 2 lakh divided by 21 lakh divided 2 lakh divided by 21 lakh 56,000, which is equals to 0.0927. If you multiply it by 100, we get 9.27% is the cost of preference share when the preference share issued at a premium of 10%. Now let us see about the discount at 5%. Cost here, the formula is same, that is KP equals to D divided by net proceeds. Dividend, that is 10% on 20 lakh is 2 lakh, that is dividend. And here the net proceeds, face value minus discount. In case of premium it is face value plus premium, but in case of when the preference share issued at discount, it becomes face value minus discount minus brokerage cost. That is, discount is 5%, brokerage cost is 2%. Face value is 20 lakh, which is given in the problem. That is 20,000 shares into 100 rupees each. 5% discount. So here 5% discount on 20 lakh. So therefore 20 lakh into 5 divided by 100, which comes to 1 lakh. Next, brokerage cost here. So here 20 lakh minus 1 lakh. Here one of the important point to be noted here, that here brokerage cost is to be calculated on face value minus discount. In case of premium, you calculated brokerage cost on face value plus premium, but here in case of discount, face value minus discount, it comes to 19 lakh. So therefore 2% on 19 lakh become 38,000. So therefore 19 lakh minus 38,000, net proceeds is 18 lakh 62,000. Now the cost of preference share capital is 2 lakh divided by 18 lakh 62,000 is equals to 0.1074. Multiplied by 100, you will get 10.74%. So therefore cost of preference share capital when the preference shares issued at a discount of 5% is 10.74. It is about how the cost of preference share is to be calculated when the preference shares issued at par, issued at a premium, and issued at discount. Now let us see about cost of equity share capital. So let us see about the introductory part of the cost of equity share capital. Fixed rate of dividend is not paid on the equity share capital. How we are paying, how the company pay the fixed rate of dividend for preference share capital. On equity share capital, the company does not pay the fixed rate of dividend. And here expected rate of dividend by the equity shareholders are to be taken into consideration while calculating the cost of equity. So this is expected rate of dividend by the equity shareholder is to be taken into consideration while calculating the cost of equity. Now see the meaning. Let us see the meaning. So here the cost of equity share capital is the minimum rate of return that a company must earn on firm's equity share capital. Is the meaning. Say for example, there is a 100 rupee, one equity share face value is 100 rupees. Say the person who is investing in the equity share of 100 each, he is expecting 10% of return from the company. So it is the expected return. Expected return, it means this the 10 rupee for each 100 rupee is the expected rate, that is 10% on the equity share capital that he is investing in the company. That is rate of means the expected rate of dividend by the equity shareholder is 10%. So that is here considered here as a minimum rate of return. So therefore the meaning very clearly says that cost of equity share capital is nothing but minimum rate of return. It is the minimum rate of return that a company must earn on firm's equity share capital is called as cost of equity share capital. Now let us see, there are different approaches. There are three approaches or methods to calculate the cost of equity share capital. One is dividend yield method, which is also called as dividend price ratio approach. Another one is earning price ratio approach. The third one is dividend plus growth rate of earning approach. Let us see how the cost of equity share is calculated on all these three in all these three methods or approaches. Now let us see the first one, dividend yield method. In the case of dividend yield method, cost of equity equals to DPS divided by MPPS. KE equals to cost of equity share capital, DPS equals to dividend per share, MPPS equals to market price per share. Market price per share. So let us take an example. A company issues 2000 equity shares of rupees 100 each at a premium of 10%. Expected dividend on equity is 20%. Here DPS, that is dividend per share, is 20%, means 20% of 100 is 20. So therefore cost of equity equals to, that is here DPS is 20 rupees, that is 20% on this 100 rupees, that is 20% on 100 is 20 rupees. MPPS, market price per share. See, 100 rupees is the face value. Okay, the premium is 10%. So 10% on this 100 is 10 rupees. So therefore 100 plus 10 becomes 110. So therefore DPS divided by MPPS equals to 20 rupees divided by 110, which is equal to 0.1818. If you multiply it by 100, we will get in the form of percentage, that is cost of equity in this case is 18.18%. So it is how about the cost of equity is to be calculated in the case of dividend yield method. Now let us see about earning price ratio approach. That is how the cost of equity is to be calculated in this approach. The formula is cost of equity equals to EPS divided by MPPS. EPS stands for earning per share. MPPS stands for market price per share. Let us see the problem. The expected average EPS, that is earning per share, of a company is rupees 16 and current market price of the share is 160. Find out the cost of equity capital. EPS is given in the problem, that is 16 rupees. MPPS, that is market price, that is current market price of the share, is given in the problem, 160. So therefore 16 divided by 160 is 0.10. If you multiply it by 100, we will get 10%. That is here cost of equity is 10%. So this is how about the cost of equity is calculated in the case of earning price ratio approach. And here another problem is also taken for this particular earning price ratio approach, because here in this problem EPS is given. So I have taken another problem where the EPS is not given, so which is to be calculated by ourselves. So let us see about see the problem. Manu Limited is earning currently rupees 2 lakh. It has issued 20,000 equity shares of rupees 100 each, fully paid. So the market price of these share is 160. Find out the cost of equity share capital. The formula is EPS divided by MPPS. The EPS is not given here. EPS we have to calculate. So therefore EPS equals to total earning divided by number of shares. So total earning means, so here it is given in the problem, current earning currently means Manu Limited is earning currently rupees 2 lakh. That is what? Total earning. So that is what? 2 lakh. Number of shares is 20,000. So therefore here we have taken number of shares 20,000. So therefore 2 lakh divided by 20,000 shares is 10 rupees. So therefore earning per share is 10 rupees, which we have taken here. Next, the market price per share is given in the problem, that is 160. So that is 160. So therefore cost of equity equals to rupees 10 divided by 160. The answer is 0.0625. If you multiply it by 100, we will get 6.25% is the cost of equity. Cost of equity. Now let us move towards the third method of calculating the cost of equity. So here cost of equity equals to DPS divided by MPPS plus G, where DPS stands for dividend per share. Next, MPPS stands for market price per share and G stands for growth rate. Now let us see a problem. The market price of a share means MPPS is 250. Company plans to pay a dividend of 10 per share. It is a dividend, that is 10 rupees per share. The growth rate of the dividend is expected to be 12%. The growth rate is 12%. Now the DPS is given in the problem, that is 10. So that we have taken here. Market price of the share is given in the problem, 250. The growth rate is 12%. 12%. Here it is given as a percent. So therefore percent, 12 divided by 100, it becomes 0.12. So therefore cost of equity equals to rupees 10 divided by 250 plus 0.12, which is equals to 0.04 plus 0.12, which is equals to 0.16. If you multiply it by 100, the cost of equity is 16%. 16% is the cost of equity in this case, that is in this particular problem. So it is about how the cost of equity is to be calculated in the case of dividend plus growth rate of earning approach. Now here, both in the case of calculating cost of preference share capital and calculating the cost of equity share capital, what are all the formulas we need to remember are presented here. The cost of preference share capital formula is very simple. KP equals to DV divided by net proceed. It is same for all the cases. Means even if the preference share issued at par, discount, premium, this particular single formula is to be calculated. And next, in case of equity share of cost of calculating the cost of equity share capital, there are three methods. One is dividend yield method, another one is earning price ratio approach, the third one is dividend plus growth rate of earning approach. Very simple. Here we have to see first dividend yield method, DPS divided by MPPS, and even in the case of dividend plus growth rate, also it is DPS divided by MPPS. Only this particular plus growth rate is additional, and here also EPS divided by MPPS. Only EPS is changing, but here see the denominator MPPS is same in all the three methods. Only even the numerator is same in the first and the third case, but only in the case of second case, that is in the case of earning price ratio approach, only the numerator is EPS. So it is very simple to remember all these formulas. So here this particular session included about the question papers of Karnataka University, BCom 4th semester of financial management also. So if any new kind of problems new kind of problem is there, you can send me so that I can solve the same, and I share my knowledge with respect to the problem which you are sending with you. So thank you one and all.